Rush Limbaugh's wit and wisdom has blessed the lives of many Americans. You can hear some of that wit and wisdom here on The James Hendricks Show. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day. And I would say some people say, I gotta use some humor, because yesterday on the show, I feel like I got us all bogged down. And really, I'm going to take a break from some of the secular news of the day, with maybe some exceptions. Basically, what can I say? The main things I was able to come up with was perhaps 2 to 3 news stories. And so, my hope is that the Lord will help remind me as to what these are and get it done. Okay. I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I can podcast. Because I'll tell you something, if we don't take a break from some of this reactiveness, it's going to cover all over us. Okay? Now, here's the first program. First news story. This is from CBN News. Israel is starting a program in the schools dealing with, fortifying kids against sexual abuse called Dare to Share. I think that's a wonderful idea. I really think that is an excellent idea. Something to deal with. I really think that some conservative school districts might want to consider something like that. We need to fortify our kids against the sexualization of young kids. That's got to stop, guys. That's got to stop, filling our kids' minds with reactive mush, so if they're so confused they don't know who they are. That's the problem we got in this country. And I gotta say, it kind of makes me mad. And so you know what we need? We need a Christian invasion. That's right, you heard me. A Christian invasion. And by invasion, I mean, we as Christian conservatives go to our federal, state, and if necessary, even local. Thank goodness my locality is not so bad here in Odessa, Texas. We're practically near the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. But when you take it to our federal, state, and local governments and say, hey, we're not going to take this anymore. You're not going to teach our kids this crap. We're going to protect our kids. Because, we may be as what's known as a silent majority, but let me tell you something. We can't be silent anymore. We can't. Okay? There's a movement in the Catholic Church against abortion called Silent No More. I think that's what there should be. A movement about that for conservative values. But I'm already trying to set up my entrepreneurial movement, so yeah, maybe it's probably likely going to have conservative values, even though I'm not going to go too much into the political factor with that one. But see, here's the thing. We know what's going on. If Israel is smart enough and gutsy enough to want to protect their kids, then we should do the same. That's just honesty. Here's another article. Point of View Radio Talk Show. Kirby Anderson back at the desk. More American surveys said that they would much rather work remotely. I can't say I blame them. Now, I'd like to be out and about. I'll be honest with you. Even though I'm blind, I can't drive, can't go where I need to go, I'd like to be out and about. But there is nothing like working from the privacy of your own home. You work your own hours, you do what you think you gotta do, and make it happen. Make it happen and don't fart around. Especially if you have a family with kids, that's gonna bless the life of your kids. That way you're doing, hopefully if you're doing the work remotely, you're doing something that you love and that you can bless the lives of your kids. That's what matters to me. I'm not married, I don't have any kids, but family is still important to me. So anyway, here's another article from Republicans are thinking about, sometime after the election of 2022, the more conservative Christian brand setting up a Protect Marriage Act. Democrats are going to sit on that. They're not going to play with that. The ones that are these liberal, Marxist, woke crazies. Okay? But I'm not going to get started on that because, to be honest with you, I get started on it, I start getting angry, and this show descends into something I don't want it to. I like to talk breaks and vistas and talk about, I talk about politics, don't get me wrong, but I also talk about the things I care about. We need to protect marriage. We need to protect traditional families. Because there's so much dysfunction going on right now. And I know so much of it is the fallen world, our reactive culture, set up by none other than Lucifer himself. Hasatan, whatever you want to call him. It's the same thing as COVID, okay? It's manufactured, but not the way you think. Well, it came from a lab, it came from this, it came from that. No. I'm going to give you my opinion. It's from the pits of hell. It's from the fires of hell. And just leave it at that. Alright, I'm not going to stoke the fires. We need a Christian invasion. We need a Christian invasion in this country to say, okay, enough's enough. Because, these woke people, they're stomping, they're doing hissy fits, but they're having their way in some degree, but they're still not happy. And I want people happy. Because we have a messed up fallen world as it is. And the person that keeps increasing the fire up for this reactive culture is the devil. He's a thief. Let me tell you something. He is a thief. I'm calling him out on the radio here. I take sometimes some insights from our brother podcaster of mine. I've done disclaimers about him before, but this one I will not, because I believe it. The devil is a thief, and he hates each and every one of us. He hates this country. He hates anything that's virtuous and good. You understand? And so we need to stand up and be counted. We need this Christian invasion. People to say, hey, let's bring peace and love, Christ's way, back to this country. Christ's way. Bringing things back to the way it should be. No more farting around. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of receiving most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and be proactively informed. God bless you guys.